So, showed y'all how my day started, how my Mother's Day started. And now, I'm going to tell you about, I'm not going to show you, I'm going to tell you about how my Mother's Day is going to end. Ain't that right, man?
Yes.
Halle Berry, please come to the front of the congregation. I'd love to have a word with you. Now, the Halle Berry conversation seems to come up like every couple of months or so, and the reason that the public is so interested within Halle Berry is not only because of how popular and well-known that her name is, but back in the 90s, early 2000s, not only was Halle Berry considered one of the most beautiful women alive, like to be walking on this planet, but you would think that because of that beauty, her relationship success would be correlated to it. And then when you begin to watch how her life has progressed, you're left scratching your damn head. 3 marriages, 3 divorces, and has stooped so low as to embarrass herself by doing these odd, freaky vagina lubricant commercials.
So when I found out that I was in perimenopause, one of the first things I realized was that intimacy didn't quite feel the same anymore. Everything was dry, everything hurt, I had less confidence, it just wasn't fun anymore. Until I teamed up with Joy Lux and we came up with an intimacy gel called It's for anybody who wants to reclaim their intimacy and have fun again. Spinning never felt so good.
So, showed y'all how my day started, how my Mother's Day started. And now, I'm going to tell you about, I'm not going to show you, I'm going to tell you about how my Mother's Day is going to end. Ain't that right, man?
Yes. I wish you hurry up, too.
First of all, we got our Let's Spin, because Let's Spin just came out in this cute little travel size. And so since we're in Cannes, France, I traveled with it for the first time. And we're about to give it a spin.
You about to can with Van.
Happy Mother's Day once again, everybody. I hope all of you are somewhere spinning.
Oh my God, I ain't never been so happy to have Mother's Day come to an end.
Halle, on Mother's Day, no less. You just got your back blown out to your own Anyway, nevertheless, the fall from grace must be studied and must have a conversation to it. Halle Berry, one of her ex-husbands, David Justice, came out and was doing a podcast and talked about why he chose to divorce the once world's most beautiful woman.
And I mean, she asked me to marry her after knowing me for 5 months. And I mean, I said, okay. I didn't want to make her feel bad and say no, or like I was just in the moment. It caught me off guard. But I was like, cool, we getting along, we vibing. We're only 5 months in. We still in the honeymoon state. And then all of a sudden, that followed up. I met Halle in May of 1992. So you talking about, then we got married January 1st, 1993.
Damn.
Right? And, but we spent a lot of time apart because she was doing movies in this country, that country. And we honestly, we probably could have made it if I knew about therapy. If we knew about therapy, we probably could have made it because we never had any major issues like that. Mm-hmm. It's just that because I was young and had only been in, honestly, one real relationship before her, my knowledge and my understanding, my wisdom around relationships just wasn't vast. Mm-hmm. So I'm looking at my mom, and a wife at that time should cook, clean.
Traditional.
And then I'm thinking, okay, if we have kids, is this the woman I want to have kids with and build a family with? And at that time, as a young guy, she don't cook, don't clean, don't really seem like motherly. And then we started having issues. Could have made it.
Let's go.
I'll say this. We never had any issues about other women, mm-hmm. other men. Mm-hmm. I mean, like, I was never tripping when... Well, I was tripping one time when she...
Hold on, I got one time I was tripping.
At one time, because I didn't understand it. When we were out to lunch in L.A. And I remember I'm from Cincinnati, man. Mm-hmm. I ain't even in L.A. scene like that. And she see an actor that she worked with one time, and he came in, hey, kissed him on the lips.
Oh.
What?
There's nothing
What
to
we doing
understand.
around
Was
here?
he European or American? I'm
Yeah,
confused.
American.
What
Oh,
the fuck is going on
what?
here?
Oh, so I know this is going to be a conversation. So
He got more to say. Let me pause the track right here. Hypnotized by the rules, or rather the lack of rules, of the Halle weird, girl boss, feminist, proposed to the guy after 6 months, and the guy, unknowing of roles and responsibilities, and dare I say, even the consideration of Halle being a mother, figured out during the marriage that she wasn't the one for him. This is why it's so important to put marriage content, right, in front of men today, and I guess women as well, because these types of fantasy Disney mindsets of, you know, the end stage of life is just to be married with somebody without the consideration of it being a business decision, without the consideration of it having roles and responsibilities. And this sort of modern, we'll make it up as we go, equal partnership, 50-50, or whatever the bullshit is that he thought he was getting himself into, and probably she thought as well, without rules, without structures, without goals, without objectives. No wonder around these Hollywood types, the marriages never goddamn last. And it's also why there's a 50% divorce rate currently. Signing your name on a dotted line on a contract without understanding what you're signing up for is blasphemous work. And not only that, but she's kissing on the lips dudes that she's worked with before. The sexually liberated, half promiscuous girl boss, as promoted by feminism, loses again. Let's finish.
get home and I ask about that. Oh, that's what we do in LA. Oh, okay then.
No.
So now her manager and I used to go to this restaurant all the time. Had a young lady at the front seat us all the time. We went there so much, she became so friendly. We got the hugging her every time we come in. Hey, how you doing? Just regular hug. Take Halle and his wife to lunch one time. I said, Halle, this is such and such. This is Halle, right? Halle looked at that girl, saw how fine she was. Man, she gave her one of them, like barely touched her hand, right? Just played her crazy. I was embarrassed, I was like, but wait, hold on. I just hugged the girl.
Right, you kissing dudes.
Kissed this dude.
Now I got another clip of Halle speaking about the divorce shortly after it happened, and we got to just marry the two clips together. But before I do, we got to go over this comment section real quick, because of course, a man speaking about how the woman may have not risen to the occasion is smited across these internet streets. The first one that I'm seeing right here is from good old Kendra G. She says, I miss the days when men didn't gossip like women. Kendra, shut up. First off, him talking about his previous relationship or his marriage, which Halle already has done a multitude of times before. You take that into shaming him for gossiping? Shut your mouth. Second thing is, we could do this all day, because I could say some shit like, I miss the days when women took on the roles and responsibilities and proud of knowing how to cook well, proud of knowing how to clean well. And all of these things you'd wrap in a tiny little bow and assess their ability to be a strong mother into the future, amongst other things. But it's funny how these women will hearken back to a day of when men used to be like some type of way, meanwhile completely ignoring the way that women used to be like in that same day. But of course, comments like this is the pulse of where our modern dating culture is today, because while this comment got 7,000 likes, the total post itself only got almost 9,000. So it just goes to show you that women like this never want a mirror held up to them. They just want the power, the control, and to be proven right every single time. How dare you speak ill of a woman? Nevertheless, they follow up with the shaming. Let's see, if her net worth was higher than yours in 93 and she proposed to you, did he not realize she was the man of that relationship? Realistically, he was supposed to be the one cooking and cleaning. There's so many ways to break down ridiculous arguments like this. Like, what do you mean? Like, just because the person makes less money than they are the stay-at-home and are supposed to be cooking and cleaning? Like, it's actually like, it's a weird supposition. I personally think that roles are more attuned to biology, and the idiosyncrasies between the roles within a relationship have to be communicated about, depending upon, you know, who likes to do what, who's doing, right? Like, and then you can figure it out. Honestly, these people are making so much damn money, they could have cooks and maids, right? So they can structure the roles around whatever they want to pay for. But did you forget what he's saying? He's saying he wanted a family, and he was looking for a mother of his future family. And he saw that there were certain components within her that we all know. She's divorced 3x. But because she leads with this feminist girl boss shit, he realized that she is not motherly enough. Oh, and but wait. You just ignoring the whole shit about her kissing other men while married. Anyway, let's continue the case study and get into some of Holly's original comments in regards to their divorce.
My mother said it to me beautifully. She said, you know, honey.
Damn. Let me just acknowledge late 90s Halle Berry right here. God damn, she cold. which is why I think it makes these stories,
Relationship to work.
Which is why I think it makes these conversations way more interesting, right? Because she was fawned over by so many, all of these rap song, music songs, R&B, fawned over for how long now? And it's interesting that the beauty is not correlated to relationship success, right? If her ideologies are screwed up. But let's keep listening.
My mother said it to me beautifully. She said,
What'd
you know,
she say?
honey, I think for a relationship to work, somebody has to be the picture and somebody has to be the frame. And you've been picking pictures. You need to find a frame. I think you become much stronger when you deal with adversity. Life is about peaks and valleys. And the marriage was a peak and the divorce was a valley. And I learned something of value from being in both places. And I've learned so much, not only about marriage and divorce, but I learned about myself and what I'm capable of, what I'm not capable of, what I'm good at, what I'm not so good at. And hopefully whenever I venture into it again, if I ever do, I'll be more equipped next time to make better choices before marriage, to pick a different kind of person that's better for me. And I've learned things that I should and shouldn't do within a marriage that will possibly make it last. So
don't
I'm
kiss
much
other
richer.
men.
Now that I've gone through that experience, I'm much richer of a person and I know more about myself.
Shut up. It's just, as I look at content like this seems to be, like, it's crazy. It's like if they had social media at the time, this would be those posts like, I failed, but I learned so much within it. Meanwhile, there's men that are making these decisions, getting on bended knee, and now getting exposed to the family court system, you heard? That's why I keep on telling my G's, make sure that you understand. You got to have these conversations because at the end of the day, they are praised for their strength for learning something that's supposed to be permanent like marriage. You go, girl. You so cut there strong. You learn so much within it. Meanwhile, these dudes, and I know because they be emailing me, ready to end it all because now she has the government on her side to extract. Now, I understand this is a bit different because she was making way more money than the David Justice fellow. Now, I don't even know if it's way more money. I'm not sure. Nevertheless, it's a little bit different here. But in the majority of modern day marriages, right, like they look to this woman as their leader. And they see her, oh, yeah, right, you get to just learn in a marriage and just, like, how you gotta get married to learn to not kiss another woman in a marriage and then also get jealous when the man is friends with a barista. Somebody needs to be the picturing while you need to be the frame. Like, what the fuck? What does that even mean? Like, that's not tangible. Makes no goddamn sense. It's just in combination with her facial symmetry, the aestheticness, and also the softness of her voice. It just sounds good, but it doesn't mean a goddamn thing. Shout out to your mom, because you had 2 more divorces right after this. Not good advice. Meanwhile, 30 years later, after the fact, the young man gets up and tell a component of his side of the story, and y'all got mad at him. On the flip side, y'all praised and made Superhead famous when she wrote books about all of the eggplants that she inhaled. Y'all tell men to be more forthright with their feelings. Meanwhile, you shame them when they talk about their situation. You cannot make this shit up. Meanwhile, David Justice is married currently with a beautiful family, while Halle Berry is not only not married, but continues to embarrass her current boyfriend who insistently asked to marry him. I can't watch this video like I thought that I would. I think it does have some copyright. But you'll see here, Halle Berry awkwardly rejects boyfriend Van Lathan's marriage proposal.
Now, you recently opened up about your man, Mr. Van Hunt. You said that this is my person. So is it true that maybe this person is having you contemplate marriage? Who said that? You did, Halle Berry. And I see Mr. Van Hunt over there looking oh so handsome.
Here's the thing.
Confused
He's the man
and battered.
I should have married. I hope I do. Because he's the person I should have married.
How has he changed your thought of what it means to be a great partner?
He hasn't changed my thought. I've changed my thought of it. The work has been mine, all mine alone, and I've done it. And I feel really good about that.
Oh, you can tell how good that she feels about it when you look at posts like this.
And so since we're in Cannes, France, I traveled with it for the first time. And we're about to give it a spin.
You about to can with Van.
Happy Mother's Day once again, everybody. I hope all of you are somewhere spinning.
Oh my God, I ain't never been so happy to have Mother's Day come to an end.
What the helly? What the helly, Barry? All right, guys, let's go over to TikTok and see what the word is.
So I want to share a little secret with you. If you are a woman of midlife and you are going through perimenopause or menopause and you feel like you have razor blades in your vagina.
No thanks.
All right, let's chat. So in recent pop news, Halle Berry's ex-husband, well, one of her ex-husbands, has been going on interviews, Mr. David Justice. Now, he went on a podcast and he was asked about his marriage with Halle Berry and I guess the reason that they split and what didn't work out. So he went on to say that Miss Halle Berry lacked maternal characteristics. She lacked maternal traits because she did not cook and clean in their marriage. And that was one of the reasons that led to their split. First of all, why are you talking about a marriage from over 20 years ago? They were only married from 1993 to 1997. That's 4 years. Secondly, it's Halle Berry. When you was married to her, she was at the start, almost the height of her career, winning Oscars, Golden Globes, and Emmys. Why would she have to cook and clean after you? If anything, you should be cooking and cleaning after her. She was the breadwinner in the marriage, not you. If it's one thing a man is going to have, it's audacity.
And there you have it. The man haters get up on the TikTok with the same old dusty, tried and true talking points as if the salary is the main argument of the things that he was saying within there. But just because I was curious, I actually just looked it up. David Justice, for the 1997 year, he was signed to the Braves with a $6 million salary. This is off of a almost $30 million contract that he signed. All right, so he was at the height of his career as well. And again, this is 1997 money. So Lord knows it's probably like damn near 20 million today. Versus Halle Berry in 1997, she earned an estimated $1 million for her role in the film Executive Decision. It's also worth noting that around this time, she had a lucrative endorsement with Revlon for $3 million. So even according to AI, you're damn wrong. He was making more money. He was more widely known and popular because of what he was doing. But she has been way more popular for a longer period of time. So even if you want to take this out of a roles conversation and you just want to say based strictly off of the money, you're still wrong. Anyway, let me get out of this content. Hopefully you guys enjoyed your stay here today, because I know that I did. Shout out to everybody that's down up in there, showing love to the platform, continuing to support the platform. We're going to keep on rocking. We're going to keep on cooking. And I appreciate you guys for rocking with me. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment box down below. Do you agree with my points within this? Do you disagree? I want you to sound off, men and women. I want to see it down up in there. All right. I appreciate you guys again. All right. Until next time, YouTube. Peace.
She belongs to the street.
Girl, don't hold my hand. You a mattress actress on the OnlyFans. Get your money, girl, but damn, how is that your only plan? What you gonna do when you get too old to strip and dance? Get up out your echo chamber screaming period and yes. You a low down dirty woman if you try to get knocked up by a high value man.